Okay, got your wine? We've got white wine tonight.
Yes. Ringing the changes, I see. Yes.
Oh, have you got leather jeans on?
Yeah, of course I have. Have a look. Always wearing, you know.
How do you expect people to take us seriously? You know what someone said about Andrew Ditton the other day in leather jeans?
Yes. So well, we don't have to worry because no one takes us seriously anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, so we're ringing the changes. We've got white wine tonight, and we're going to start off with the news. What's in the news then this week?
Oh, we're carrying on, are we?
Yeah.
Right. In the news this week, well, we start, as we have done, with the Ale Archive, which is now absolutely bang up to date.
No new beers?
Well, I've put some new beers on this week.
So
we now have a total of 518 different beers on the archive. But I've got nothing new to try, got nothing to write up, there's nothing in the cupboard.
So we need to go to the pub?
So we need to go to the pub, or at the very least an off-licence.
Pub's better for me.
Yes.
Okay, right. So that's all up to date.
Yes.
Right, what else have we got? Soulwise?
Yes, I've actually got the blog out this week on the Soulwise mobile antenna.
Yeah, we tried this out in Bristol, didn't we?
Yeah, and at Christmas too.
And at Christmas.
Obviously, I've had other things going on.
And I think you're very happy with it, aren't you?
Yes, basically it's an alternative to Wi-Fi. There's no Wi-Fi on site. You put a SIM card into it and it connects to your chosen mobile network.
And you've done a blog on it?
I have done a blog. Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
No, that's not fine. You don't have to worry about that sort of thing.
Right. So we've got a new blog out.
Yes.
About Soulwise.
Yes.
Which we're more than happy with, aren't we?
Absolutely, yes.
Excellent, great.
Yes.
Because we've got their other Soulwise.
The Wi-Fi kit, yeah.
Wi-Fi kit
this will work with the router in that kit, which is why it might be of particular interest to those that have already got the kit.
It doesn't cost that much to get this as an extra, does it? Or
it's about 70 quid.
70 quid.
Yeah.
In Caravan terms, it's not a lot of money. No, sorry. Yeah. Right, and site arrivals. I think you've done two this week.
Two new site arrivals. Ferry Meadows.
Yep.
Near Peterborough.
Yep.
And the Firs near Belper in Derbyshire.
And you've tried to ring in the changes there as well, haven't you?
Yes, particularly with the Firs one. I'm trying to put some new additions in, some inserts to make it a little bit easier.
He's bought himself a new bit of
software. Yeah.
Yeah. And well,
I'm learning it slowly.
But yeah.
Fortunately, because of the weather this week, I've not had a lot of overtime.
While we're talking about these site arrival videos, because there may be people now watching us that don't know about these site arrival videos, we are trying to build a library of site arrival videos.
Yes.
Now, with your help out there, we can make this library grow faster.
Yep.
We need your dash cam footage.
Yep, quite simple. If you're taking your Caravan to a site and you've got a dash cam, just download the footage and send it to us. If you're interested in doing that, just put a comment below and we'll tell you how to do it.
We're putting it all on this library area, or one click, and you can look up all the sites and everything else. We think it's a great help. Some people might disagree, but I think even if you know the area, it's quite handy just to go through the drive, especially the last couple of miles, isn't it? So you know what you're going to go into.
And funnily enough, the site we're going to be talking about tonight, we have a site arrival footage for that, but that is the route not to take.
Not to take, yes.
That was entertaining, wasn't it?
To say the least.
Yeah.
And but yes.
But anyway, we've got 69 site arrivals on there now.
Yep.
Twice the fun. 31 of which are for the Caravan Club.
Yeah. So as you see, it's growing.
It doesn't have to be a club site.
No,
any site, CL.
No, because we've got CLs on there. We've got everything on there. And the more the better. And the people, if they're going to a site and we've got it in our collection, click on it. Just get the last few miles. It's handy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So please,
if you're interested, get in touch either through one of our social media channels, Twitter or whatever, or just stick a comment below.
The more site arrival videos we get and can make, the better it is for everybody, I think.
Yes.
All right.
And we've had enough really positive comments to
really good.
It's worthwhile doing.
And I think you've got a few more to do at the moment that have come in from different.
I have, yes, quite a few.
So really good. Anyway, I suppose you want to know what the props are this week.
Yes.
Okay.
It seems a bigger.
It's spread over a bigger area.
Yes, that's what worries me. Go on then.
Well, where are we tonight?
We're in Norfolk.
Norfolk. And what is the Norfolk coast famous for? Especially in Cromer?
Cromer, yes. I know what you're going to say.
Come on then.
Crabs. Christ. You know what I'm going to say now, don't you?
Go on then.
You did tell me you got crabs.
Oh dear.
Shall we move on?
Yeah, did you see that coming? Right, yes, right. So the site this week is
Sandy Gulls.
Yep. Great site.
Just outside Mundesley.
Yep.
On the Norfolk coast.
Should say it's adult only.
It is adult only, yes.
It's a it was one of the best views we've ever had on the site.
Fantastic, right on the just overlooking her, and we'll put some pictures up, which might actually appear here.
Oh yeah, we've got
somewhere.
This new thing happening here. Haven't we? Have I got to keep doing that?
No,
because it will just
put it down.
Okay, right. Okay. Anyway, Sandy Gulls.
Stuck somewhere.
Yeah, Sandy Gulls.
Yes.
Adult only site. Right on the cliff tops.
Yes.
Just down the road from Mundesley.
Yep. Pretty much every pitch is blessed with fantastic sea views. I think one of the best pitches we've ever had view wise.
And I can only, if you've got dogs.
Yeah.
The dog walkers coming along that cliff top. And the ones on site as well, because this whole cliff top has got this beautiful walk all the way into Mundesley, innit?
Yeah.
And does it go on all the way to Bacton, doesn't it, as well? Or? No.
Well, it'll probably continue on, I would imagine. I'm not sure, but you might have to divert.
Because obviously we didn't walk it, did we?
No, don't be silly.
No, don't be silly.
Go and have a look at the gas terminal at Bacton.
There you go. But it does, it walks either way. And we sat there most days just enjoying the view. And apart from the shipping, the dogs coming by were just incredible, weren't they? Yeah. And they were loving every minute of it. And you can get down on the beach, and it's just great. Honestly, it's a cracking.
But going back to what I mentioned about site arrivals,
we
made the mistake of following our sat nav.
Yeah, we did.
So we come up on the A140 from Essex, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And rather than take the logical turn off going through North Walsham, it said, no, carry on up here and take this little road here.
I think I was driving, wasn't I?
You were driving, yeah. I was quite thankful for that.
Yeah.
So it's a how not to site arrival video. The link will be below.
Yeah.
Should point out it wasn't a Caravan specific sat nav we were using, so but there was some pretty narrow roads there.
Yeah, anyone who knows North Norfolk, you can just imagine some of the width of the roads weren't much wider than this table. What these crabs are sitting on,
trying to get to.
Bit disconcerting. Anyway, the other thing they've got to be wary on this site, although it's a great site.
Yeah.
It's obviously they're going to need levelling.
A little bit uneven
devices.
In places. Yes.
I think there was some wood about as well.
Yes, there was. Yeah.
We were very fortunate. We got one of the best pitches, didn't we? It was totally flat.
And the other thing to mention about it is there's none of this 12 o'clock arrival carry on. You can turn up when you like.
Yeah, she's very good.
And pretty much I think leave when you like as well. They're very flexible on it, which is great.
It's got a static site adjacent to it.
Yep.
In fact, where the facilities are, they're on that static site. The statics don't use them facilities; they're purely for us, aren't they?
Purely for the touring park.
COVID, was it, or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, it might have been.
But the facilities again were damn nice, weren't they?
Yeah, beautiful,
God,
lovely big showers.
Really nice, and so there was no problem. So yes, great site. Right. Pub just down the road.
Yeah, probably walkable. We didn't.
We didn't.
But yeah, there's a pub. You've got the. There's a little convenience store there, and I think the garage with
the convenience store is easily walkable, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the Tesco Express is
just a little bit further.
And then in Mundesley itself, you must have about 4 pubs in Mundesley or hotels.
Yeah, you got that hotel that we stayed at.
Yeah, that time we got. Yeah,
you got locked
not
out.
Going there. Not going there. Not going there at all. I was a bit worse for the wear, weren't I? But anyway, it's got. It had a good chippy as well, as I remember.
Yes, it did. Very popular chippy.
Very popular chippy.
Yeah.
Very popular. Right. So we've covered the site.
Yes. Now let's talk about the Norfolk coast.
Well, my favourite thing about Norfolk is the coast. Yeah. Because we were born in Cambridge, as many of you know, so Norfolk was our coastline, really, in a sense, weren't it? You know,
Loads of days out we had from Cambridge as a kid, I remember.
Yeah, and where we're going to start, I think, is Sunny Honey.
Sunny Honey, Hunstanton to the uninitiated.
Yeah, Sunny Honey, I used to call it.
Yeah, spent many a day up there. Just a nice little run up the A10 from Cambridge, easy to get to, and always seemed to get better weather because it's actually west facing.
Yeah, that's why it was always
faces into
nicknamed.
the wash.
It was always nicknamed Sunny Honey, wasn't it? And the other thing about Hunstanton is it's a bit away from Sandy Gulls, but that's where we're going to start this coastal talk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sunny Honey is possibly one of the safest beaches to take your kids.
It's a fantastic beach,
because
isn't it?
do you know what I mean? The tide goes out for miles. It's part of the wash, really, in a sense, isn't it?
Yep.
And there's all these little what I call paddling pools when we were kids.
Yeah.
We didn't go down to the front. We played in these little pools, didn't we? A game where you could get some crabs as well. You know what I mean? But
Can we put them away?
And it's totally sandy beach and everything else.
Yeah.
It's a big fun fair.
Yes.
I think there's a boating lake.
There's a boat lake. I remember going on that as a kid. These little electric boats.
And it's got chip shops and candy floss stalls.
Yeah,
and
great
it's
fun.
a typical seaside. Personally, I prefer Old Hunstanton.
Yes.
Without all the kids' amusements.
Yeah, the new bit's a bit more commercialised.
Yeah.
As a kid, we used to go to Old Hunstanton on the beach for the day, and then walk up the promenade to the to sort of the fun fair and out in the evening.
And if you
absolutely
if you've got kids, I would take them to Old Hunstanton because it'll save you a
cheaper,
fortune.
yeah.
It'll save you a fortune. And do you know what I mean? Old Hunstanton's got beautiful beaches.
Yeah.
It's got the sand dunes. There's so much for the kids to do in the outdoor world, not playing on slot machines. So personally, and there's great car parking there. I think it was free as well, wasn't it? I'm not sure.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't it?
No. And if you remember when we went, certainly in the newer bit, it was rammed full. It was very busy. It was sort of a late Sunday
afternoon, wasn't it, as well? But anyway, it's a great place to take the kids and save yourself some money. Yeah. Because the amusement arcades are miles away, aren't they?
The beach is free and the sea is free, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think there's a pub. On that cliff tops there, where you
possibly I didn't notice.
Yeah, there is.
It was very good that day, actually, weren't
we? We were driving.
Yeah.
Remember, we are pretty good. Anyway, from Sunny Honey all along that coast.
Yeah.
Where's the next one? The best one after that?
Well, one of my favourites, and again, childhood memories. Wells next to sea. Absolutely love Wells.
Yeah, but before we get to Wells, surely there was Brancaster.
I'm trying to remember which side they are now.
Yeah.
You've got Holcombe Hall there, Holcombe, National Trust Place.
Yeah, so Holcombe.
Worth a look. Didn't do that this time.
On a wet day, ideal place.
Yeah.
That's just along that same coastal drive, isn't it?
But you've got these lovely little coastal villages like Brancaster, Stiffkey. Blakeney's nice too.
Blakeney's beautiful.
We stopped somewhere to take some photos, didn't we, on the quayside there? With the sun going down. It was just wonderful.
Before we talk about your favourite place, right, I think we've got to have one of them silly little pauses because these need feeding.
Christ. We're back in a moment.
Yeah. Okay, crabs fed and watered.
Yes, Trev.
Right. Anyway, let's go on to your favourite place.
Wells next to sea.
And to be fair, I love it as well, but it's not my favourite because Sunny Honey is mine.
Yeah.
Only because I spent most of my childhood there. But Wells next to sea.
Yes.
Because that's the posh bit, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't.
Oh, right, okay.
Right. Anyway, Wells next to sea. I think Wells next to sea has 3 areas of attraction.
Yes, you got the town. It's got that beautiful little shopping street.
That's great.
Stave Street.
Yeah, it's all full of old, knick-knack shops and garden furniture shops and
just nice sort of bits and bob shops, really.
Yeah, and there's a food pub.
But there's sort of butchers and stuff like that, and a bakery as well. Yeah. But that comes down to the harbour area, the little harbour.
Oh, that harbour's great. Years ago, didn't the old grain boats used to come in there?
I can't remember whether they unloaded or loaded grain from there,
no,
but they used to come in on high tide.
No, they loaded grain from there because obviously Norfolk is big agriculture.
Yes.
So it'd be loaded.
Right, okay.
Right, so loaded.
Right.
You wouldn't bring grain into Norfolk.
No, I suppose you would you?
No, not really. It's like taking snow to Iceland. You wouldn't do it. Anyway, so the grain boats used to be loaded there, and it's a beautiful little harbour and really good.
Yeah, and I remember sitting on that harbour wall, crab fishing. I won't say catching crabs, I was too young.
Yeah.
But then from there, you've got the road that runs down to basically the beach area.
Yeah, the beach area.
And you've got the pine walk, you've got the lovely pine trees. And down there is Holiday Village.
Yeah, but we didn't walk it, did we?
No, don't be silly, of course we didn't.
No, because they've got this little train, haven't they?
Yes.
It's a great little train, isn't it?
Yeah, now in my day, that was actually a little steam train, miniature thing.
It's a little electric thing,
diesel or whatever it was.
Diesel or whatever it is.
But that takes you from the harbour area down to right to near to
There is a great touring site down there as well. We looked it up once. It's very
expensive. Yeah, I think we even looked at it for October once.
Yeah, we did. Now, don't get me wrong, it's expensive for us because we don't do family type sites, because it is a touring family type site.
All the amenities,
and it's got, I think it's got swimming pool, clubhouse and all this sort of thing. And unfortunately, you pay more for that, but we don't like that sort of site. No. It's too expensive.
We'll stay there one of these days because it's just a lovely area. And the beach is great. Beautiful down there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's only open mainly during the summer though, isn't it? Because that's why we've not gone down there. Yeah, it's got a great beach. It's got all the beach houses down there.
Yep.
It's and there's plenty of parking down there as well, isn't there? If you want to drive down there.
Yep.
So you can get down there three ways: drive down there, walk down there, or go on the little train.
Get the little train, yeah.
Little train. It was really good. It was only a couple of quid, wasn't it?
It wasn't expensive.
And it was great fun just on that little train.
I think if it was, we might have walked it.
Yeah, no.
Maybe.
Well, maybe, yeah. So that's your favourite place, but then. Other great places, like one of my favourite places, apart from Sunday Hunt, is obviously Cromer.
Yeah.
Hence Cromer crabs.
The crabs.
And I love Cromer.
Yep. I probably preferred Sheringham, which is only just a bit further along.
Yeah, Sheringham's a really typical coastal little fishing type, especially Norfolk type place, isn't it? Lots of pubs around the harbour there, isn't there? And then you've got all your candy floss and.
There used to be a really great joke shop in Sheringham. I remember as a kid, I used to like visit and we went there for the day. Not there anymore, sadly. But
and isn't Sheringham where you get? Because we're going to go on to that in a minute. Where you get the trains?
The Norfolk Railway. Yep. The Poppy line goes from Sheringham. Yes.
So, apart from all the coastal towns, which to me are really good, and there's good family ones, good, most of them have got great beaches.
Yeah.
They really have. The other thing is, we did a couple of free train journeys in Norfolk, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I think we did 4 in the end, actually.
Yeah, we did. Now,
first one we just mentioned.
Sheringham.
Sheringham to Holt.
Now, a tip for you people, if you want to use this train.
Yeah.
They run a great park and ride service, don't they?
Yes, which we didn't discover until we'd been all around the town trying to find somewhere to park. And then saw the sign for park and ride, which we'd passed on the way and
we missed it, didn't we? But it's a great little thing. I think they charge you £1 or something, weren't it?
It was good value. It runs fairly regular.
And it's literally just on the edge of town. You park your car up and this little old bus comes and picks you up. Takes you straight to the station, really, doesn't it? So if you're going to do the station in the summer... definitely use this little park and ride. Don't give yourself, stress by trying to find somewhere to park in the town. Park and ride.
Yeah.
It's just on the way to Cromer, that side.
It's on the Cromer Road,
It's on the Cromer Road.
Yeah, so just downtown.
And that's a great train ride. We went on the steam train, didn't we?
Yes.
And the old carriages.
They had the old carriages that time. I think it's pretty much all steam. I mean, I think they do the odd diesel, which is gaining in popularity.
It's really nice, isn't it? And Holt, when you get to Holt, it's a lovely little, beautiful stations, as I remember. Yeah. The best thing about the trip is the old train, the old carriages.
But they've kept the sort of station traditional with their lovely flower boxes and everything else.
They're really good, aren't they? They're really nice. So definitely. So what was the other trains?
Well, we've done the really narrow one that runs from just outside Wells to Walsingham.
Oh, yeah. Now, Walsingham is famous for...
It's a pilgrimage town, isn't it?
Yeah, we felt a bit...
We're going to get struck down.
It's
interesting.
I hope you weren't wearing your leathers that day. And
no, I wasn't. No, it was the summer, so I was in shorts.
God, that could have been worse.
It's an interesting place, pretty place. It's very, very religious.
At Christmas, they do this big... carol thing. Didn't our parents go once together or something?
What, Walsingham, did they?
No, I can't remember.
You're thinking of Fursford.
Oh yeah, I am. But it's it's all religious and
all the knickknacks in the shops are all sort of crosses and things.
But it's a quaint place.
It is. It's well worth a visit.
It's worth a visit. And what
about
railway?
time.
Yeah, and what railway was that we went on?
It's the Wells-Walsingham Light Railway, real narrow gauge thing, just outside Wells.
And then we did one to Roy's of Wroxham.
Yes, well, it is Roy's Town. Really,
It's Roy's Town.
Yeah,
it's called Wroxham. But,
that
personally,
ran from Aylsham, I think, and that was a narrow gauge. Again, that was steam, wasn't it?
anyone who knows Norfolk, when I say we went to Roy's, it's because the guy he owns the whole town.
Well, it was two brothers originally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Started up a shop, actually not in Wroxham.
No, it's the outskirts. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
But he owns everything, doesn't he? He owns
Pretty much
the
all the
butchers,
shops,
the bakers, the candlestick maker, the boat hire companies, the cafes, the pubs. He just owns everything, doesn't he? And it's all Roy's of Wroxham this and Roy's of Wroxham that. And to be fair, it's beautiful on the river there, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely.
You know, as long as you can get away from Roy's.
Unfortunately, we didn't make it on the river because we got the train in.
Yeah.
And of course, all being summer, August, summer holidays, they was all booked up.
Yeah, they were. We was going to hire a boat.
Yeah, we tried hiring our own boat or get on a pleasure cruise. But no.
And believe you and me, Roy's is worth going to.
Yeah.
Not for the shops because, do you know what I mean? The typical shops.
Yeah.
But where the harbour is and all round there, you know, on the Broads, really, it's like a, you know, the Broads begins there, isn't it? You know, and it's really nice, and there's pubs on the Broads there, and, you know.
Yes. Did we go to a pub? We didn't, did we?
I don't think we did.
It was pretty well behaved, that trip, weren't we?
We were. It was summertime. We were sitting outside drinking wine.
That's right. Well, that will behaved.
Anyway, but Roy's is a must-do.
Yeah, nice
for me, more the Broads.
Yeah.
You know, forget all these commercial.
It's a nice trip. You get some lovely views of the Norfolk countryside on the way.
Don't get me wrong. If you need bits and pieces, then go to Roy's of Wroxham because he's got everything and he sells everything. Doesn't he? And I'm not saying he's expensive because he's not, is he? In fact, some of his shops are quite cheap, anyway. But yeah, the best bit about Wroxham is the Broads in my mind. Yes. It really is. And that little train ride was excellent, wasn't it? We went right.
I think that's called the Bure Valley or something like that.
And you can actually walk it, if I remember. The whole line has got a footpath at the side of it and a cycle path, if you remember.
There's no interest to me whatsoever.
Well, I know. But some people.
Yes.
You tend to
people
think
fitter than us.
People out there that put bikes on the back of their caravan.
Yes, I know there is. Yeah,
You know, and they actually walk with dogs and things like that.
Yeah.
They might be interested.
Yes.
So anyway, right. So basically, that is. Well, it's not Norfolk.
Well, no, because there was one more train journey we did, and this was mainline from Cromer into Norwich.
Oh yeah. Now Norwich.
I've been to Norwich, or actually in the city of Norwich, since I was a kid.
Yeah, but because we're from Cambridge, you're not really allowed to talk about Norwich.
No.
Because, you know, when I was a kid growing up,
yeah,
it was, what is the capital of East Anglia?
Yeah.
Norwich people would always tell you it's Norwich. Obviously, Cambridge people will always tell you it's Cambridge.
And they were the right ones, weren't they?
Well, of course they were. Cambridge is much more famous.
But yeah, nice little train journey in from Cromer.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Joking aside, it's a nice little town.
Yeah, we had a look around the cathedral, I think, didn't we?
The cathedral is nice, but it's like all cathedrals.
Yep.
Mind you, there's a famous woman who's buried there, or
Edith
nurse.
Cavell.
Yeah, she's a nurse. First
Done
World War.
Yes, done a lot in the First World War.
Didn't the Germans shoot her or something?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
That's gratitude for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's buried there.
That's right. But you know, we're very lucky in this country. We had some fabulous cathedrals, don't we? You know, and to me, it doesn't matter whether you're religious or not. I think we should be very proud of it. I think
just marvel at the architecture and how they actually built these things. You know, it's only 100 years ago.
And Norwich is really got a nice cathedral, and the castle sits there in the town.
Yes, I do remember the castle from visits as a kid.
It's massive, isn't it? You know.
It is.
And when we was kids, as far as I was concerned, Norwich was only famous for one thing, and that was Anglia TV.
Oh, right.
Tales of the Unexpected.
I thought you were going to say Coleman's Mustard.
Oh, Coleman's Mustard as well, yeah. Yeah, it's true, actually. Coleman's Mustard and Tales of the Unexpected from Anglia Television.
Oh, right, okay.
And do you remember the symbol for Anglia Television?
The horse thing?
The horse thing, yeah.
Oh,
Well, he
yeah.
was a knight in shining armour.
Ah, right,
yes,
okay.
and it used to go round and... Anyway, that's digressing. They're not interested in that. But yes, so Norwich, you know, and that was it was a nice, pleasant... Because they're pleasant train rides because, you know...
You're going through some nice countryside, aren't you?
Well, East Anglia is not very, very populated, is it? I think the whole of East Anglia, which is, if you actually look at the map, is a
fair old size.
Fair old size.
From one end to the other. Yeah,
I think it's only just over 1 million people in the whole of that area, which is not a lot of people. Not a lot of people in that size of land, is it? So it's big and corn, and you should like it anyway because all the barley that makes your beers. You know, well, not all of it, but a lot of it comes from that area.
It's nice beer in Norfolk too.
So anyway, that was, you know, the coast, the train.
To me, I like the going inland, but to me, it's about that Norfolk coast. Always has been.
We will do more inland because we've done a couple of inland sites, haven't we?
Yes.
And we'll at a later stage we'll do them because there's things like Sandringham and you know, well, lots more, but we'll do that. When we do them other sites, shall we? Anyway, another new thing that we're going to start because time's running out.
Yes.
Here, we're going to have a question.
Well, hang on a
we're
minute.
not going to do the deaf.
What? All black especially?
Yeah. Well, from now on,
yes,
you can show up in red and orange and green and purple and...
Do you mind?
Anyway, we're going to have a question.
You've made me come over all queer.
Yeah. I'm not going to say a word about that. Anyway, we're going to have a question at the end of each little trip down, you know? And we might even... Shall we give them a prize?
Well, we could do, couldn't we? Well, we could have done, but obviously
You're
following
not...
No.
You were going to, weren't you?
No, it didn't cross my mind.
We will have a prize.
Yeah.
But because of you two, we can't afford the postage.
That's it, yeah.
So the only way that they get this prize...
They've got to come and see us on site.
They've got to come and see us somewhere on site. And that can be at any time.
Yeah.
Honestly, the first person to answer the question correctly...
Comments below.
In the comments below.
Yeah.
So that's like that.
Yeah, it's down there.
Down there. We will give, out of Patsy's wine store, a free bottle of wine.
Yeah.
But the only way you get it is be the first to answer that question, and you've got to come and visit us on a site at any time. Or if you come down to Brighton, as long as you're on Sheepcoat, we'll bring it to you. Fair enough,
Sounds
isn't it?
fair. Yep.
So you can get this bottle of wine. Right.
Would you like me to ask the question?
Would you like to ask the question?
Okay. Which two Beatles bought the same caravan?
And we want the type of caravan.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
No, we've got to make this hard. It's costing us a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And that's...
All right, fair enough, yeah.
Right, so we need to know the type of caravan, who it was bought for initially...
Right.
And when the second Beatle bought it. So we need all them questions answered. Yeah. No, we're not going to make it easy for them.
The Beatle buying a caravan, imagine.
Oh, God. After that, it's good night from him.
And it's good night from me.
Good night.
Good night.